Hey friends, Randy Flickinger here again. Another story I want to share with you. You ever feel like God is disciplining you? That maybe he's frustrated or not happy with something you do? Maybe it's financial, that we're not frugal and we're not responsible with our money. Maybe it's our health, where we have health issues that come up and we're left wondering, well, why did this happen, God? Why are you unhappy with me? Why would I get cancer? Why would my back constantly hurt? Why would these things happen? Maybe your relationships. I don't understand what's going on with my wife or my husband, and we just aren't on the same page. I just don't see any way we can stay married. Maybe your job's not working out. Start to get the idea. Maybe you've lost influence. Whether it be on the media or in your community. You know, the Bible confirms all of these things. These things happen. You know, have you experienced them? Boy, I have. Just a small example publicly, just to give you an idea. I ran for state senate, opened myself up to my community for people to comment about me, what they thought about me, to vote, support, or not support you. And, it was interesting, the whole process. And by the way, I lost. I was running against an in-party incumbent. If you know anything about politics, probably not smart. But the bottom line was, you should have seen the anonymous mail and things that I got of people saying not such nice things. And it hurt. It really did. So so why would God allow these things, or why would He quote unquote discipline us? Because a lot of times that's what people think. Well, Hebrews uh, 13, 5 and 6, the verses, he says, "My son, daughter, do not make light of the Lord's discipline, and do not lose heart when He rebukes you, because the Lord disciplines the one He loves and chastens everyone to accept as His son." So was God punishing me by not winning that election? No. What He was doing was protecting me. He saw, He knew, and I learned what happens to those people, how they act, what's going on behind the scenes. And I didn't want to be a part of that. He didn't want me to be a part of that. And so He protected me. He stayed ahead of me. So you understand what's going on. Verses 7 and 8. He tells us to endure hardship as discipline. Did you hear that? Whoa, wait a minute. You mean me getting cancer isn't discipline? No, maybe not. It's a hardship. It's not good. But He wants us to endure it as discipline, much as a father disciplines his children. All right? And you may think, well, that doesn't make any sense, doesn't it? If I can endure knowing that, for some reason, this is what God has allowed, okay? It's not like God sits up there and says, you know what, today, let's strike down so and so. They're going to get fired from their job. He's not doing that. Does He know those things are coming? Yes. Does He allow those things to happen? Yes. But He wants us to endure them as discipline. All right? So what did it, do you get benefited from, what's your benefit for getting fired, for going bankrupt, for getting cancer? Well, look what He says in verses 10 and 11. But God disciplines us for our good, in order that we may share in His holiness. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. Think about that. Maybe these hardships, these, you can call them discipline, but He says that's not really what's happening all the time for sure. Can He discipline us? Yes. But when we experience those things, He's telling us, A, they're going to create a better you, a better me, maybe a more sensitive, a more aware, a more frugal, thrifty, whatever the case may be, more appreciative you. And those around you can be influenced and notice that because you change. You know, the bottom line, let it strengthen and teach you to persevere. Know that how you respond shows all, God and others, your faith. It can become a platform to witness to others, showing the strength you get from Him during these trials. After all, isn't that why we were put on this earth, according to the scriptures? You and I are here to guide, influence, and help share the gospel of Jesus Christ. Will it always be accepted? No, sadly, it won't. But it's our job to share it and to do it. God's not disciplining you like you're thinking. Sometimes the hardships are things that we have to endure to help Him change us in the manner that He sees fit, that He knows we need, and that He will use to bring others His glory. Thanks for listening, guys. Share this, repost it, save it as a favorite if you want to hear it again sometime. And again, always any comments are gladly welcome. Questions, be glad to try to help you with whatever you got going on. Thanks for listening, guys. Bye-bye.